Morning. As you can see, it's sunny and this bed is filled with sun. But interestingly, it's not just the weather that's responsible. You see, a couple of weeks ago I was making a little video on which beds get sun at what time, which I shall cut to now. So it's currently late April. It's currently about 9:30 in the morning. And you can see this little bit of the side bed is getting sun. A tiny bit of the front bed, but most of the front bed's totally in shade because of this wall and this tree. And up here somewhere is the sun. So it just comes over that tree. Enough just to get that, not even the front of this bed. So I'd quite like to chop 6 inches off that tree, but it's not technically mine, but it is kind of overhanging the boundary, so I probably could get away with it, but I don't have a step ladder, so I'm just living with it. And here we are 3 weeks later, and believe it or not, our neighbour's chopped down this tree. So there you go. That used to be a tree and now it's not. It doesn't actually look like a lot of difference in film because the laurel, it isn't a laurel, I call it a laurel because I don't know what it is. But yeah, because that's still roughly the same size, it doesn't look a drastic difference, but it feels it. You can see sun coming through here, whereas before it was solidly shielded with the tree on the other side as well. So that's interesting. That means this is getting more sun. So let's also see what else is new. Not that much. There's a few more flowers on this. The forget-me-nots are sowing to survive. And I just cut back a couple of days. So here we have the snow in summer, which after coming out with one little flower and then immediately vanishing a week or two ago, it's now come out much more definitely. Didn't even notice the yellow bit in the middle when it came out before. I don't think the flower even fully opened. So yeah, that's quite nice. And up here, the salvia amistad, it's got a flower just budding on the way, which is good news because I didn't necessarily expect to get any flowers in the first year of planting when I took it out of the box, and it was sort of relatively small compared to going and buying a full-size plant like I'd seen last year. So I thought I might have to wait a year before it flowered, but it looks like I'll get at least one. Now here we've got some of these daisy looking things, which are Mexican fleabane, which I mentioned before is something that is quite commonly seen in walls around the southwest of England. So I stole a little bit off my parents and I tried to put it in this wall up here because that's where it would look best. Loads of that stuff all over that wall, but none of it that I put in there last year has grown. I did put a little bit in here to give it a bit more of a chance of actually, you know, growing in soil as opposed to just a crack in a wall. And this one survived, which is kind of a shame because, as you can barely see here, some of the daisies are white and some of them are pink. And this is my blue bed, it shouldn't have pink things in. So I'm leaving this for the time being. in the vague hope that it might seed into this wall below, even though there's not really any soil or cracks for it to go into, so I'm not sure that's going to happen, to be honest. But yeah, then I also got some more seed off the internet to have another go at this wall, but I didn't open it because I thought it was too late. I thought you had to do it in the spring, like April kind of time. I've actually finally got around to opening the envelope. On the back of the packet it says you can seed through June and July, so I might try that. But last year I directly seeded into the wall in about June or July and nothing worked, so I was thinking this year I'd buy the seeds and put them in a little tray and then transfer them. But that would have meant starting in April or maybe May at the latest, and I did order the seeds in something like May, but they took a long time to get here because of the pandemic and everything, I suppose. So I'm going to try planting some of these fleabane seeds. In order to do that, I need to get some mud and kind of get a paste of mud, which is why I've got this slate tile thing, and then mix the seeds into the mud and then stuff the mud into the cracks in the wall. Unfortunately it hasn't rained here for about 2 months, so I don't really have a lot of mud. I've got more in the way of dust, hence watering can. So let's try and make some mud. Okay, I am really struggling to believe that that's 300 seeds. The packet's just basically empty. Oh well, see what we can do. Here's my mud. Tip it in, I suppose. So there you go. You can maybe just barely make out these seeds scattered on top of this mud. They're all a bit bunched up. We mix it up a bit. And there we go. Most of that soil smeared into the wall. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Some of it up the top. I'll be very careful how I show you so I don't inadvertently show you my neighbour's garden. So yeah, there you go. See if any of that works any better than last year's lot.